story about out on the ranch. This time we would play down the canyon. There was a big dump site down there where all of the families would take old things like old kitchen furniture and tables and just kind of junk. We would pick things up and take them to what we called our combine fort. And a combine is a huge, kind of like a tractor, but it has the big wheel on the front, and we use it during harvest. Well, once a combine breaks down permanently out there on the ranch, it just stayed there. It became part of the farm. So we took some old kitchen chairs and a table and just broken brooms, and we made our own little house up on the flat part of the combine. And one time, my two cousins and my sister and I were all playing there. I think I was about 5 years old. And they told me to never try to walk around the combine shaft. It's kind of like a huge funnel, but it's square-shaped, and down the bottom is a blade that turns around, and of course it wasn't working, but you don't want to be down there. Well, they were walking around the edge because we like to do this balancing act on fences and things, and I was quite a bit younger, and they told me not to, and I did it anyway. Well, I fell, and I slid down the edge of the shaft, and I landed where I wasn't quite on the blade, but my foot went down and I cut my toe, and I thought I was bleeding to death because I was 5 years old, and if there's blood, you're bleeding to death when you're 5, and I was screaming and I was crying, and my cousins and my sister hopped on the ponies and ran back to the house to get somebody to rescue me because they just were panicking and didn't know what to do. And I waited, and I waited, and I waited, and it felt like hours, and I could swear it was actually starting to get dark even. And finally, I think it was over an hour later, they came back with help. And when I said, "What happened? Why didn't you come and save me?" He said, "Well, we had to eat lunch."